Welcome to What's Happening, where we focus on events here in the City of Lynn. Today with me to discuss the Listening Places fundraiser, which will be happening on November 16th at 3 p.m. at Swampscott High School. This is an afternoon at the Oscars with the Hillyer Festival Orchestra. For tickets, you can reach out to 617-593-1690. This event is put into place to benefit the Listening Place. Located at 36 Michigan Ave in Lynn, the Listening Place offers clinical psychotherapy and offers counseling skills to improve emotional and mental health. Guys, Dirk Hillyer and Reverend Alphonse Ferreira, I appreciate you coming in today. We're here to talk about your event, its cause, what it is, how it's been successful in the past, and even to discuss the Listening Place a little bit. But before we get too much into that, I'd love to give our viewership a perspective as to who you are and how you're involved. Dirk, we'll start with you.
Well, I'm a professor at Salem State University. I've been there many years. I've done the jazz band there and a number of other ensembles up here on the North Shore. But I've started this orchestra about almost 20 years ago, and the orchestra is a pops orchestra where we play great movie music, theater music, sometimes some great opera arias, patriotic music, all kinds of stuff, big band music, music for the kids, Disney. It's quite a mix, and people love it.
Yeah, orchestras are, it's a really intricate development of music, and you have all these different scores and different tones and notes. It really is thrilling.
Well, just try watching a movie, for instance, without the soundtrack.
Right.
And you're missing a lot. You
Right.
miss the drama of the, I don't know, the brass instruments, or the minor chords or something, or when somebody falls in love, the beautiful melody, the flute or the violin. I mean, these are fun, and they make the movie happen. They make the emotions come out. So when you hear an orchestra, I think, in my opinion, you're hearing that emotion right on stage.
I think you hit the nail on the head. Alphonse, let's talk a little bit about you and your involvement.
Well, my involvement is simple. I am a licensed mental health therapist and marriage and family therapist, and in our endeavors as a Listening Place, I think we're pretty unique in that we try to assist in giving tools to heal the mind, the body, the psyche of man, the Greek word for what we call the soul. And while we don't proselytize anyone, people come with us with spiritual concerns, and so I'm also degreed in theology as well as in psychology. And so it assists the knowledge that I have in areas where they have problems of either their religion based on forgiveness and healing. One of the wonderful things about it is that we use a cognitive approach to give them tools to understand the distortions that have happened in their lives. And so we have people that come there are welcomed, and we're not there to judge or condemn or anything, but to help them to unfold. And having this concert is fantastic for us because in many ways give them an opportunity to come to a concert where they're going to be welcomed there, and we will be giving them something as they will be giving something to us. And that is feeling the music. Dirk is fantastic in making people feel comfortable and bringing them to a world of magic with diversity of music. So that's good mental health as well, to get them out. Going to Boston is very expensive, parking and whatnot, and going to a concert there is costly. So while we do make a profit, we also wish to give them something in return, and that's a great presentation. That we're so grateful to Dirk for all that he's done for us. So I think that sort of gives us a background of why we have this particular event, to help those who may have difficulty with their co-payment or their insurance no longer can give them any more benefits. So we have a sliding scale. So there are many reasons for having this occasion.
So, Alphonse, you're the director over there at the Listening Place. You had mentioned about psychology and how you have a background in that.
Mm-hmm.
From a musical standpoint, is there any correlation between music and the human psyche?
Oh yes. Oh yes. Play a waltz and listen to it and dance with it. Studies have shown your blood pressure goes right down. So music does. Play a hard type of music and your blood pressure might go up. Anyone would know is Dirk. You ask him, and he knows how music can affect a human being.
Now, Dirk, you're a professional musician, so with that comes a certain level of expertise that a lot of us don't really achieve until we dabble into the music industry. Of course, music's a big part of our lives. We hear it on the radio when we're at home, but you live it, man. I mean, this is something that is, I mean, everybody's got their own passion, and music is one of mine. I mean, I would love to be able to play it. It's just got to be an amazing sense of accomplishment when you finally learn a song, or you put like together this huge score with all these people, and they are all trying to achieve the same goal, the same note. It's got to be a magical thing.
Oh yeah. In fact, Father Alphonse was just saying to me that he gets into a zone when he hears this orchestra. It's the Hillyer Festival Orchestra. I might give an unashamed plug again, but it's really for fundraising for the listening place. And Father says when he hears it, he gets into a kind of a zone. And I said, that's the same thing I do. I get into a zone and then give the downbeat because I'm conducting the group, and it's really the guys. The ladies and gentlemen who play in this orchestra, they're fantastic. They're from all over the area. Many have played in many professional orchestras, including the Boston Pops. And so they know what they're doing with these tunes, which again are from Disney or Star Wars for the kids to a more sophisticated musicals or movies, I should say, for the adults. And it's a nice mix. Everybody's going to have a great time. But yeah, it's the guys in the band, as it were, that are making the music. I'm the one that gets to give the downbeat.
So, as a maestro, I've always kind of been enthralled by that guy at the front. He's ready to go, and he makes a move, and it's like a clash of cymbals, and
Yeah.
it's kind of like, man, I mean,
Oh yeah, it's
you
the cymbals that do it, and the percussion. We have 3 percussionists, so they can make a lot of good noise.
So I mean, that must be a really special feeling. I mean, just to be in the audience too is going to be a big part. For those of you just joining us, this is we're talking about the Hillyer Festival Orchestra. This will be held November 16th. It's an afternoon at the Oscars. November 16th, 3 p.m. at Swampscott High School. There are some prices associated with tickets, but an important thing to mention is that proceeds are going to go to benefit the Listening Place. Listening Place is located in Lynn at 36 Michigan Ave, and what they do, they offer clinical psychotherapy and other counseling skills to improve emotional and mental health. Very important type of organization to have here within the City of Lynn. I'm sure you get all different types of perspectives, whether it be drug abuse or alcohol abuse, or maybe even just like a relationship type of abuse. We've got about 2 minutes left in the program. I'd like to kind of focus on the Listening Place briefly, just let people know about the services that are offered there. Who wants to take this one? Father?
Yes, well, there are times when people do have alcoholic problems or drug addiction, but we know that they have to go to a clinic and go through withdrawal processes and whatnot. When we make these referrals, I've seen miracles at Center for Addictive Behavior and other places, and then they come back for their 5th step for the healing and their relationship with their Creator. So there are many things that we do. We also do referral where there are more skilled people in the areas that we dare not to touch because everyone has a certain expertise. And also, I want you to know about the healing that takes place at the concert. When these people are leaving, they come to me, oh, this was beautiful. And I can't tell you how their faces lighten up, and then they go for refreshments, which are for nothing. They're donated to us, a bakery that I won't mention, good stuff, and people feel they're getting more than they anticipated. So it's a collective thing that we try to do.
Well, and the prices, if I can jump in for a second.
Sure.
First of all, the Listening Place is free. And I even went to because I wanted to talk to somebody about something, so I went, and the services are free there. It's an amazing place, and you can heal, you can figure it out what it is that you need to work on and so forth. So I can't say enough. And that's why I actually initiated the idea of a concert a couple years ago to support the group.
I think it's going to be an outstanding event. You guys have had some past successes. We're actually, for those of you who are watching right now, stay tuned because we're going to show you a quick clip. I just want to thank you guys officially. Dirk Hillyer, professional musician, and then we have Reverend Alphonse Ferreira, director of the Listening Place. This is an event that will be benefiting the Listening Place. It's an afternoon at the Oscars to be held at Swampscott High School, November 16th at 3 p.m. With it, you're going to get a full experience with the Hillyer Festival Orchestra. Reach out for tickets right now as soon as you can. 617-593-1690. Gentlemen, thanks for being here from the studio here at LynnCAM TV. I'm Sean Donahue, wishing you all the best. Now let's go to that quick clip and see what's there to expect.